Well, we are here again, and it's Serious Matters on ONIF TV. While we are yet to, put ourselves together from that occurrence that happened at the NDA, which shocked everybody. It shocked everybody, and it has put the average Nigerian in a state of dilemma and in a state of fear and shock. I know you as Nigerians, if you as a Nigerian, you're watching this, you understand what I mean. If the NDA can be penetrated, then the ordinary Nigerian are in the hands of their creators. That means that there is nowhere that cannot be ambushed, that cannot be penetrated. If the NDA, and to show them that these guys are on top of their game, they took one of them away. We are still caught in between two as to whether the guy has been killed or not, because a huge sum of 200 million naira has been requested from whoever, the military. And I hear the military say they don't pay ransom, which of course is like the right thing to say to everybody, before the news and everything. But then, as if that was not enough, we came to note that a young man from Nigeria has been taken to Finland. This young man, he said to have been making drones, and Finland, an organization from Finland has come to pick him up to help them out with stuffs. And as if that's not enough, of course, that's a golden mine. That's a gold mine for the young man. He's going to do very well, and that's like an opportunity that the average Nigerian is looking for, to travel abroad and just to go and excel and do what they are born to do. But I celebrate with you, bro. I celebrate you, and I thank God for your life, that at least your helper of destiny located you, and there you are outside there. Now, as if that is not enough again, let's see the drones. Some of the drones that he has made. Yes, we see the drones that he had made, and of course, when you see specimens like this, that gives you a mindset like, wow, we have good hands here, wonderful brains, guys who are awesome. We wake up to seeing that over about 500 doctors sat for a recruitment exercise that was carried out by the Saudi Arabian government in Nigeria. You will recall that the Nigerian doctors are on strike, and they have been in talks with the federal government as touching their pay, their allowances, and all that. And I must tell you, the average Nigerian works very well. They work a lot. The ones that I have close to me, they work. The average doctor works in Nigeria. Even in the private hospitals where you feel that, they are there to make money, it's because of the money, they still work. They work because their work is to help to keep life, to save life. Yes, it's God that does the ultimate, but these guys are God's hands, here to put certain things right, to do surgeries, yes, God can perform miracles. But I tell you, most of these miracles are done through these guys, and it seems like we're not appreciating them. And of course, when we have a high-profile, personalities, government officials reaching to the presidency, traveling abroad, and the movement of the president to go to London for medical checkups and all that was said to have been because he has been with these doctors for about 35 years, and so he cannot change that. And so it's okay. But then we have high profile people who still travel abroad. I believe that these same people, because we are made to understand that when these people travel abroad, the people who treat them on that side are also Nigerians. And so what's the point? Why can't we just bring these resources? Why can't we put our resources where we are and develop our medical centers and bring in all the equipments and make this place no more like a zoo, like an animal cage where people don't care about the lives of people. The insecurity is at the peak of it, like I started off in my introduction, is at the peak of it now. Well, let's see. Before I show you, so I'll tell you one or two other things. Let's see a short video that was gathered from Galaxy TV. They were able to help us to put certain things together. Let us see what they put together, in showing us what's, how they I mean, these people, these doctors gathered, at the center in Abuja this morning. So let's see that.
These are familiar scenes at job recruitment exercises in Nigeria. There is a special difference in this particular instance though, as these are qualified medical doctors applying for jobs overseas, in Saudi Arabia to be precise. What you can see behind me right now is the process of the recruitment of Nigerian doctors by the Saudi Arabian authorities. This exercise is currently ongoing at the Sheraton Hotel and Towers right here in the Nigerian capital, Abuja. Nigerian resident doctors have been on strike for almost a month in their demand for better working conditions, and negotiations with government have failed repeatedly. And the prospect of working for the Saudi government is now seen as a big escape.
The federal government is showing the cold shoulder attitude, doesn't show any kind of responsibility or being careful about the situation. I can't imagine, I can't believe my Honorable Minister of Health came out and he threatened us. So I think it does not make sense, or doesn't make much. I mean, it wasn't the situation. To be candid, we're very, very disappointed. I personally am disappointed. When I go to where I work in a very critical care services of the hospital. But basic things that we need, we don't have. Some things I used to put in my money to buy what I need, just for the sake of the patient. And to worsen the situation and to make the matter worse, in day by day, there is no any progress.
To escape from the hills in the society.
What do you mean by ills of society?
A lot of discouraging things. You see banditry, see kidnapping, incessant strike, and all those stuff. And if you can get a place where you can work, a place that is calm, a place where you can use your skill and you can be well enumerated, is it not better?
For Vivian Okolo here, it is more of a situation of heartbreak as she expresses frustration over the ever-worsening situation in the healthcare system, with this particular case in point.
I left medical school April 2011. My teacher is here. My own teacher, the first person I cited here, was my teacher, a seasoned pediatric consultant. You know what it means? My teacher that taught me how many years ago, I'm giving up on the country, on our leaders, and I come here to meet my teacher. I mean, this is the worst. I never knew it has gone this bad.
The brain drain by Nigerian doctors to the proverbial greener pastures has for long been a known fact, but having a foreign government conduct massive recruitment of Nigerian doctors in Nigeria is taking the issue to a whole new level, and there is no telling the likely far-reaching effects of this down the line. Godfrey Eshamoge, Galaxy News, Abuja.
Well, you can see that it's a very pathetic case where you find these things happen. You find one of the lady that was being interviewed told the reporter that her boss, the person, I mean not just her boss, her lecturer, somebody who taught her while she was in school is there, or was there sitting for that same test, to travel to go to Saudi Arabia, where they can use their gifts, where they will be appreciated. Should I say, unfortunately or fortunately, the Minister for Works, who is actually, mediating between them and the government, and the federal government, is actually a medical doctor. And that's why these doctors are wondering, does this man, why don't you just drop your portfolio and come and practice? And so that you feel what we are feeling. It's barbaric. It's uncalled for. Now, the shameful thing is that, look, it might look as if, yes, Saudi Arabia is employing people, but the truth is that we are losing our good hands. We are losing our good hands. We have issues with security. Now, medical, which of course has to do with the lives of people. It has to do with saving lives. Now look at our doctors sitting for exam to go abroad. Go to Saudi Arabia. I don't know what the pay is like on that side, but I feel sure it will be better off, just like, one of the interviewers said. They have colleagues who have traveled, who are doing very well in Canada, in other parts of the world. And I don't see any reason why we should not cherish what we have. Saudi Arabia is helping us to employ them, to take care of their own people, not us. And what now eventually happens is that some persons from Nigeria will still have to travel to Saudi Arabia for medicals. It's uncalled for. I feel strongly that the federal government should look into this. If lives make a lot of meaning, if it is as it ought to be, which of course is supposed to be the number one priority of any government. It's supposed to be the number one priority of any government. That they should be taken care of properly, so that they can take care of others. About 500 of them. So you can imagine 500 of them go again. We already have about thousands of them gone already. Now 500 of them go again. Let's say they don't all go. Let's say 400. Even 300. We are losing our good hands. I'd like us to contribute and, just drop your opinions. I've talked about the NDA issue. I've talked about the young man who was taken to Finland to go and exercise his giftings on that side. It should have been useful for us here in tackling security issues. He would have been useful for us. Now look at our medical doctors. Maybe I should just tell you, I should just read one or two things to you and tell you how much we have missed. Now, this exercise, which commenced at 7 a.m., continued way past afternoon. Our correspondent observed a large crowd of doctors within and outside the building during the exercise. It says the Saudi Ministry of Health had earlier called on doctors with different specialties to attend the interview. The specialties are anesthesia, ICU, pediatric, surgery, family medicine, obstetrics, and gynecology, ENT, emergency medicine. Others are all subspecialties of internal medicine, orthopedic surgery, radiology, and hematology. Wow, one of the online reports learns that the recruitment exercise was conducted by an agency on behalf of the Saudi Ministry of Health and I'll take that again. It was conducted by an agency on behalf of the Saudi Ministry of Health, and that other agencies will still hold recruitment exercises on Thursday in Abuja and other parts of the country in coming days. That means it's not just going to be these ones that are going to be taken. There are going to be others. They have different agencies handling this for them. They have come into our country to take our people away. Doesn't this look like slavery to you? Doesn't it look like our government is selling us out? That we should go and fend for ourselves. It's like a parent giving birth to a child and saying, now that I've given birth to you, I think I've tried. Go and fend for yourself. And so whatever they go through outside there, don't you think that when they get there, they're going to treat them the way they want to treat them? Do you think that Now, yeah, you can say that, we no go agree. We no. Do you think that will be possible on that side? Is it not what if those governments are just going to be nice enough? Won't they just give something much better than what you are being paid here? I don't blame the doctors. At least they can have a life. Doctors have said that poor remuneration, inadequate manpower, poor health facilities, and insecurity are some of the reasons making them seek greener pastures abroad. Experts have, however, warned that the mass exodus of doctors portend danger for the country's already weak health system. A gynecologist who spoke on condition of anonymity lamented over the situation. He said, "We cannot really survive where Mr. President goes out of the country for medical treatment, while for the past 10 months now, most of us have not been paid. And those who are paid half salaries. I need to take care of my family. Why is the government not taking care of the health sector? After going through rigorous training for 6 years, it is not worth it to come out struggling to feed your family. I have been working 48 hours at a stretch with nothing to show." A pediatrician who also craved anonymity said the working environment for doctors in the country was pitiable and they had no option but to leave. He said there are more than 500 specialist doctors here wanting to leave the country, and they are coming from various teaching hospitals, federal medical centers, and specialist hospitals. So Saudi Arabia wants the best for her people. I mentioned that earlier on. The officials came here, collect the best from Nigeria, and put them in their hospitals for their people to benefit from their expertise. I don't know. I'm just short of words. I wish our doctors all the best. That means that we are just on our own. It's just God. It's just God. I'm begging the federal government. Please pay these guys. Please pay these guys. There is so much money to pay some people who sit down. Some of them sleep. They are yawning. They sit down to say nay, nay, hi, hi. What's the meaning of this? This is uncalled for. It's barbaric. It's barbaric. Here's some issues that one cannot just begin to talk about now because of the volatility of what the atmosphere has become around here. You just need to be very careful. But then these are just things that call for immediate attention. And I just wish these doctors all the best and just hope that something will be done very quickly. Well, you can drop your comments and please do yourself or do us good by streaming this, sharing this with others so that people can drop their comments and see for themselves. I'm hoping that the people or somebody will hear our voice and come to our aid. Also, they will not just keep coming to pick us up here. They will bring the resources here and we too will enjoy. The masses are the receiving end of this thing that is happening. What do you think? What do you think?